We thank God for the organization of this kind of a summit. I think when there is a summit like this, it's as a result of the discovery of some deficiencies which have to be made right. And that is why the theme of the summit is getting it right. Osun State, we're supposed to be a role model, even for other states. Yes, all right. But unfortunately, for Osun State to be coming in a WAEC result, 36th position and so on, this is not the best. And that is why we are putting heads together to make sure. And, most of the stakeholders, all of us, we have seen the deficiencies. We know the causes. Let us talk about the causes. And let us talk about what we can recommend for the government to do. And that's exactly what we have done there. Those who are causing this problem, we have mentioned it. Everybody is affected. Everybody. You start from the government, the parents, the teachers, the students, the inspectorate division and everything. So, and that is why we have highlighted all. And we only pray that there will be the willingness, that is the government should be able to do something about it. So if there is the government backing, now that is the government that is calling us, saying that we want this, I pray that there will be the willingness to back it up and do it right. So, and we will get it right by God's grace. Yeah, we have talked about the training of the teachers, recruitment of the teachers. It shouldn't be subjective. It should be very, very objective. Let the best brain be recruited, because you cannot give what you don't have. Many people that are there, the kind of recruitment is politically motivated. That one cannot help us. Let us be objective. Let people that are vibrant, that are good, that have interest, let them be recruited to the field. And let them be properly remunerated. Let them be given very good salary. And let us monitor them. Monitoring system is very, very important. So if we do all this, and the government is alive to the responsibility, all will be well.
Oh, well, thank you so much. The government gave us a very a tough task, let me put it that way, and that is to work on how do we revamp the standard in education in Osun State. How do we correct the ills, the rots in the education sector in Osun State? So that was the plan, that was our intention, and we are asked to come out with a very good summit. Today being the second day, it will end tomorrow by God's grace. And we have received so many memoranda, so many submissions. We've been working on ground, we've been on ground for the past 7 weeks or so, meetings. We've had many submissions. Many of the things that people are saying since yesterday, today, and probably will say tomorrow, are some of the things we've had. But we don't want to limit this to just what people have told us in our individual meeting, in our private meetings. That's why we say let's have a very wide summit. Let's invite all the stakeholders. So part of what we have had, people will say it again, will not be noting them with a view to come out with a very good report that will inform policy change in education in Osun State. The government has a lot to do, and what I've been telling the government, and what my committee has been telling the government through me, is asking them, putting them on their toes to implement what they are going to report, the commission will make. And after that, beyond this summit, I'm a public analyst. I talk so much on radio televisions, even in the newspapers. So I'm going to have the report. I'm going to put the government on its toes. That we told you that this is what should happen, and you promise or you make this happen through implementation. You told us that there will be political will. Now, I don't hope it will happen. But if peradventure the government deviates, will not say that you promised the people of Osun State, people of Nigeria, why, what happens? who has them. I have that goodwill. I have that public clout, let me say that, to the glory of Almighty God, to be able to put the government on his toes. But I want to believe, we've been assured, the deputy governor said it again yesterday. He said it during the implementation, and even the commissioner told me again today that, Prof, do not worry.
Well, the parent has a lot of roles to play, but again, just like I said, it is the policy of the government that will determine the parameter or the ambient, the room that is given to parents. For example, a government, once upon a time, we had a government in the state that said the parent should not pay, so you make the parent irresponsible. Okay, so if the government has a policy that involves the parent, then we'll have more. So ideally, parents should be involved, but how much parents are involved is a function of what the parent gives as ambience, the structure that the governments provide. And that's why we're advocating that the government should mobilize stakeholders like parents to be really involved and create structure of their involvement. Probably involve them in school governance, involve them in management of some resources, as it were, decision making and all of that. It's important to mobilize them in. They have their own role to play. And then also show them, or give them latitude of exactly what is expected of them over their children. For example, you might say, okay, look, any child that is coming to this school, to the public school, must have maths, English textbook or something like that. Like you find in the private sector. In the private sector, the proprietor or whatever it is, give a structure of what the parent should do. So you find out that the parent have no choice but to comply. So it's the structure that the government provides that will determine how much the parent can pay.